Hi there everybody, Jonathan here, and in this video I'm going to go over a topic that I think will be very helpful for a number of you out there, and that is 3 things that you can do to increase your confidence as a fitness professional. We're in a business of sales, closing, and interaction, so if you have an issue with confidence, it's going to be very hard to see a high level of success. I had these same issues very early on in my career, and I was able to overcome them. And I know if I didn't, I wouldn't be standing in front of you with my YouTube channel. I definitely wouldn't have a successful boot camp. So I want to give you the 3 tools that I use so that you can see that same kind of success. But before I do, if you have not yet, make sure to click on that link up there and subscribe to my newsletter as I send out shorter articles every Monday on how to see success in the fitness industry. If you just happen to stumble upon this channel, click on the YouTube icon below and subscribe to this channel as I make videos every Wednesday based on questions that I get the most. And as always, if you've already subscribed to both my newsletter and to the YouTube channel, thank you very much for your support. And if you find the information in this video helpful, please click on the like button below the video player, because every like that I get helps this channel. All right, so we're gonna go over 3 things, because if you were to approach a client very confident versus being kind of like nervous, the client would be able to see automatically. Why? Because emotions are transferable. So if you're nervous, if you lack confidence, if you have issues in terms of like approaching people, it's going to show through immediately. Now, I had these same issues, so I'm going to give you the 3 tools that I use. And the first tool, although it's not easy to do in the beginning, it gets very easy over time, is journaling. Every morning, my alarm goes off at 4:12 a.m. and the first thing I do before I train my clients is I write in my journal. I've been doing this since April 2010. I didn't start my first boot camp until October 20th, 2010. So that was 6 months of journaling just to get my mind right. In the very beginning, I was putting things like, I'm worth X amount of dollars. I can sustain myself as a boot camp owner. I offer value to people when I speak to them. Rejection does not get to me. Why? Because rejection used to get to me. If I approach 20 people, you have to understand that it's a numbers game. You have to be able to absorb 18 no's and not flinch, because you're going to get those 2 yeses. I worried about money. I didn't think that I was worth, X amount of dollars, however much they were charging at the gym. So whenever it came time to close, I got very nervous. And if I got nervous, transferable emotions, the person got nervous, they thought something isn't right, maybe I won't sign up. I was afraid to approach people. I didn't think that I had value to offer. So I wrote down that I offer value. And over time, these things started to cement in my brain, and it didn't bother me anymore. Nowadays, I write different goals, like I reach X amount of people on YouTube every month, or I have X amount of boot campers every month, or I have X amount of students for my Dumb Muscle Dollars course. These are the kinds of things that I write. So I also recommend that in addition to putting positive affirmations in your journal, you also put your goals, what you actually want to accomplish, and I guarantee you that it'll be much easier to accomplish them. Now, the second tool in increasing your confidence is to emulate people whose attributes you want to have. All right. So when I was going from being a personal trainer, training like 8 hours a day, to learning how to leverage my time so I didn't have to train as long and I could earn more money, I had to go into group training, and I was very scared. Even in my big box gym, I didn't want to teach at the group X classes because I didn't like groups. But I knew that it was necessary for me to overcome this, so I used to watch P90X videos all the time because I wanted to learn how to talk like Tony Horton. I wanted to learn his cadence. I wanted to learn his energy, the words that he used. And for a while, I kind of had to fake it. I kind of just had to do exactly what he did. But over time, I was able to put together my own personality, my own way of communicating, and it works well for me in my boot camp. Now, in terms of interactions, I wasn't sure that I was interacting well with my clients during my comp sessions or when we first met. So I watched Ellen DeGeneres' talk show. She's somebody that's really funny. She gets people at ease. People feel comfortable with her. So I learned her humor, all right? And you just need to pick people who are good at the values that you want to have and then emulate them. Copy what they do, and eventually it'll turn into your own style, and you'll be able to use that in your profession. Last but not least, and I can't discount this because the biggest industries in the world do this. Verizon does this, Coca-Cola does this. Get constructive criticism from your clients, all right? Survey them, because your current clients are also your target audience. So any advice that they give you is only gonna improve upon your service, especially if they're gonna stay with you, all right? You can always ask them, how was this workout? How's my way of doing your measurements? How's my presentation? How's the music? Anything that you can change or that you can improve, you want to ask about. After you've trained with a client for an extended period of time, how did I first come off to you? What did you like? What did you not like? The things that they liked, keep doing and do more of it. The things that they don't like, scrap it, because it will only make your presentation to the next comp session or the next client that much better to increase your chance of conversion. You can't get caught up in the fact that you're getting criticized, so much so that you're not willing to change, because if I didn't take advice from my clients, I wouldn't be able to put together an awesome boot camp. Nowadays, the workouts have been formalized based on years of asking clients what they like, different kinds of people, different kinds of modifications, that when new people come in, they're ready to sign up after a few workouts because the workouts are so great and the environment is so great for them. So take advice from your clients, and I guarantee you that will be the third piece to increase your confidence, because you'll start to make adjustments, your reviews will start to get better, and then you'll start to do things more streamlined. You won't have to think as much, and before you know it, you have a more well-functioning business. So take these three pieces of advice to heart. I guarantee you that will increase your confidence as a fitness professional, which will in turn increase the amount of clients that you see, amount of clients you turn over, the more money you make, and satisfaction with your job. So that's about it. I hope you found this video helpful. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, make sure to comment below. Your comments are what fuel this YouTube channel, so your question may be the topic of my next video. And as always, if you want to increase confidence in another way, I definitely recommend that you check out my Dumbbells to Dollars course, as it is the exact path that I use to go from being a personal trainer to a group trainer to somebody that owned their own businesses and is able to make a six-figure revenue every year. It'll first teach you how to leverage your time so that you can make more in less time by learning how to teach groups, how to coach nutrition, and then when you're ready, after dominating the big box gym, how to go out on your own, start your own boot camp by building your own business, marketing yourself, building your own website. So if you want to learn more about this course, which is also approved by ACE, NASM, ISSA, NSCA, and AFA for CEUs, click on that image right there. But that's about it. Thank you for watching this video. I'll be back next week, as long as you remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe, stress levels low, get rest, don't slap anybody, love your clients, they'll love you back. I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day, and you have a good one.